What's going on, everyone? Curtis here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Amazon third-party sellers and if Amazon is going to be placing any restrictions on the third-party seller program. COVID-19, we've seen some Amazon prioritization of shipments. Amazon wasn't letting third-party sellers send in toys, electronics, housewares, pretty much nothing except the essential categories. Now we are just about 3/4 of the way through the month of April. Amazon has announced that they will be accepting those non-essential items, but they will be doing so in limited quantities. This has caused a couple sellers to raise the question or the concern that they may kick off some Amazon third-party sellers or restrict new ones even coming onto the platform. I guess I can see where the younger sellers are coming from. They're probably having some concerns that maybe they're not so experienced or their stores aren't big stores, so maybe they're fearing that Amazon is going to be like, hey, maybe we're going to do a sweep and they're going to kick the inexperienced sellers off. I don't think that's going to happen. However, I do see where their concern may lie. I don't think that's going to happen at all. Amazon's whole business was built around the third-party selling platform. Amazon did start out back in the day just selling books, but they did have the vision or the goal to be that everything store. They wanted to sell everything, every kind of SKU they wanted to carry, but they knew that they could not do this on their own and that they had to really focus. So that's what they did. They set out, they only sold books. They eventually expanded into other categories. Toys was one of those categories. They had a strategic partnership with Toys R Us back in the day. That worked out well for a short period of time, and then they made some bad decisions, and basically that partnership fell apart. Amazon experimented with some other big suppliers, and then they eventually established the third-party seller program, and that's when things really took off for them. As you can see here, in the early years, Amazon was still in a growth phase or a testing phase, with suppliers like Toys R Us. But then again, in the the late 2000s, right here, they introduced the third-party seller program, and as you can see, things really started to take off. That and everything started to switch to online, and it was really a big kaboom for them, right? But again, to get back on track here, over 50% of all of Amazon's sales actually come from third-party sellers like myself, Jonathan, other experienced sellers. So that, like I said, that accounts for 50% of all their sales. The other 50% that Amazon takes care of, out of that 50%, 20% of that is their own brand, like the Alexa, the Amazon Alexa, the Amazon Home, the Amazon Basics, the Amazon Kindle, all the Amazon branded products, the cell phone chargers, the little knickknacks. That accounts for 20% of their share of sales. And then another bulk of that percentage is Amazon carrying the branded products like the Hasbro, the Apple, the Nike, the Mattel, the Adidas, all that stuff. So as you can see, they are quite sufficient on their own, but they are nothing without the third-party sellers going out, establishing businesses on their seller platform, and then going out and sourcing quality inventory to stock their shelves with, right? Amazon basically relies on the third-party sellers to run profitable businesses, to go out and source all sorts of different SKUs in every different category. Just think about it. If you're an experienced Amazon seller watching this video, how many suppliers do you deal with? How many sales reps are you dealing with on a weekly basis to get your inventory to Amazon? How many phone calls and emails are you making to run your business? Imagine that spread across all of the other third-party Amazon FBA sellers. Look at all that extra work that Amazon pushes off of their plate onto third-party sellers like myself and Jonathan. This is why Amazon is able to scale so rapidly, is because they employ and empower third-party sellers like myself and Jonathan to build up profitable businesses. They have incentivized us to build profitable businesses on their platform. They've made it extremely easy to do so. They have basically set up a program where they charge us a very, very small rate to build these businesses. They warehouse all of our products, and then they do all the fulfillment, handle all the customer service, even the returns. So, I mean, they've, on a perspective from the seller or the store owner, they've made it extremely, extremely easy for me to run my business from. So, I mean, it just incentivizes me to go out and work really, really hard to build a profitable business where everybody, it's a win-win situation, right? So that's what Amazon has created for us as third-party sellers. So in that aspect, I see nothing but good things for the third-party FBA program. I was actually just thinking of something there. A couple weeks ago, Walmart actually announced that they were going to be launching their third-party seller fulfillment. So they already had in place for the last couple of years now their third-party seller marketplace, where sellers could go on and set up a storefront. The only thing was the seller was fully responsible for all of the fulfillment. Like I said, just recently, Walmart announced that they were going to be setting up Walmart fulfillment centers. So just like Amazon, and the intent of this is to be able to do the fulfillment side of things for all of their third-party sellers. So when you're thinking about that and you're looking at it where a competitor like Walmart is looking to get into the space of the third-party fulfillment, just thinking about it from an Amazon point of view, why would Amazon ever want to stop that if other players are just starting to develop these processes like Amazon and their third-party fulfillment? So that all plays into the fact that I definitely do not see Amazon changing anything about the third-party sellers. They're going to be, in fact, wanting more third-party sellers as time goes on, as more things switch to e-commerce, as more businesses go online, as more products are purchased online. Again, especially with COVID right now, a lot more people have been shopping online than they ever have. Some people have just started shopping online over these past couple weeks because they are forced to. Maybe they're stuck inside. Maybe their favorite shampoos or their favorite beauty products are sold out at the grocery store and they are forced to buy these things online. However, that all plays into the fact that third-party fulfillment, third-party sales, whether it's Amazon, Walmart, continually on eBay, all these marketplaces are going to be going up, and I can see other players bringing in their own side of things when it comes to third-party fulfillment, okay? So guys, I hope that answers any underlying questions that you might have about what Amazon's plans are for their third-party fulfillment. Again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one.